Rohan, thank you very much for speaking to me. It was a really emotional week for everybody in India. Each one of us who watched the Australian Open mixed doubles run by you both, Sania and you, and for me personally, both of you have been friends for years and years. All of us turned emotional. Tell me about the week. I mean, it must have been very, very special for you both. Sania's last tournament. You both are friends on the circuit, very close. Tell me about the week a little bit.
The 2 weeks in Melbourne has definitely been, super special. Especially when Sania asked me last month whether I want to play mixed doubles with her, I straight away said yes, and I knew it was going to be a last Grand Slam. Initially, the plan was to play with her in US Open, since that was going to be a last slam, but then unfortunately got hurt, and then once she got better and I was doing my off-season training there in Dubai, I got to meet her quite a lot, and we decided to play together. And truly, it is of course, when you step on the court, it could be the last match for Sania, but having said that, I think we were just enjoying our tennis, enjoying just practicing with each other, and that was the most fun part of it. And when we got on the court, I think our camaraderie itself spoke volumes, and especially on those close matches, bringing us really together, playing the best tennis and pushing each other. And I think that was amazing. And the biggest part was our families were there watching us play, and my wife and daughter, and Sania's son, my parents, everybody were there. Our coach, physio, the entire team. It's such a wonderful moment that you have a lot of people cheering for you while playing these matches. And my daughter and Sania's son got along on a house of fire, and my daughter's 3 and Sania's son is 4. So that was also really nice that they kept sitting together watching the matches. So I think there were so many wonderful moments, and it was truly emotional. Even though that okay, it's Sania's last tournament, but having said that, she's been such a great friend on tour. Definitely gonna miss her. Tennis is such a lonely tour, so surely there are tournaments I know I'm going to be playing. When she was not on the tour for the last couple of years also, it was similarly like that. I think surely going to miss her on the tour, but I think what she has done for tennis, I think is truly so inspiring. And I think there's so many wonderful people who have picked up the sport and also maybe got to watch these matches and maybe take up the sport in the future. So but really happy that we managed to go all the way to the final. And of course, once you get to the final, you want to win the tournament, but that was unfortunate. We couldn't get the last hurdle, but still really amazing that we had such a great week, and happy to have reached the final of a Grand Slam.
In your case, it must have been very special. I mean, the oldest man playing the tournament in Australia, at the Australian Open in Melbourne. You've defied age. I mean, we keep talking about age. We talk about 30, the other side of 30. In your case, it's 42 at the moment. But look, I mean, you're making a Grand Slam final at the age of 42. Age for you is a number. I mean, talk to me about it. Is it because of sports science? Is it because of a deep passion for the sport? What keeps you going? I mean, tell me about it.
Age is definitely a number indeed, but in my case a high number, 42. Having said that, I think probably the oldest player on the circuit currently playing doubles and mixed doubles. But what really keeps me going is that I don't see that age has to be some limitations to you. You can, I think, really push what is good for you, what works for you, and that is what constant and perseverance of trying to find some new things to help me with my body feeling better physically. I think that is what has really kept me going. Over the years, of course, the tennis has brought so much of maturity, but also simultaneously managing the body has brought that maturity, and I think that is where it has kept me super active, and I'm really happy that I've been able to adapt my game also along the way. You know, the majority of the times I'm not even serving and volleying, I'm serving and staying back. That's of course one of the reasons I started doing that, because my cartilage on both my knees have completely worn out, so I had to adapt and find a way what doesn't really hurt that much. So I stopped serving and volleying, started serving and staying back, and trying to find a way to improve my game on that aspect. And yeah, I've been managed to do that. I think a big part of that game style is my coach Scott Davidoff, who has always helped me grow no matter which juncture of my career I am. So truly enjoying competing still, and that's what is keeping me going.
The Rohan Sania pair is very special. I mean, I can remember so many tournaments where you've done well. You had some fantastic outings together. What keeps the pair going? Is it the off-court camaraderie? You both have been friends. Is it the on-court synergy? What keeps you going? I mean, what is the secret of success? How do you eke out close matches? For example, that semi-final against Neil Skupski and Desiree Warchik. These are important matches which you've been able to sort of eke out from difficult situations. What keeps the pair going?
I think the biggest thing what works for Sania and me is that our camaraderie off the court also, and having that friendship for such a long time. I think that is what brings us closer on court and makes us play the best tennis. I mean, life is, I think, just that much more simpler, and when we are not trying to convince each other what we're doing on court really works or not, we just are doing things what has worked for us for so many years, and we have kept those strengths, and we understand our weaknesses and strengths, and constantly try to figure what the strategy is around against who we're playing against. And sometimes on-court we just say as it is, and if one of us are not really feeling the ball, we just communicate, and that is the biggest strength, I think, what has brought us through all these close matches and keeps us going, especially these last 2 weeks in Melbourne. Really kept us going strong was the communication on court and just having a good laugh about everything.